My name is Joanne Swenson, and I'm the senior minister at Church in the Forest in Pebble Beach. This is the sixth in a series of video talks we call Light from the Forest. And I can hardly believe that we are at number 6. That means we've been in lockdown now for 6 weeks. But I actually learned something new about our situation in the past few days. There are air currents moving all around us. Experts in something called bioaerosols say that air currents are moving around us all the time, even when we're sitting quietly. And so in the past few weeks, we've started to wear these face masks to block moisture from our mouths, droplets from our mouths, from moving out into these air currents and potentially infecting other people. Air currents. Well, people of faith, in a sense, have always talked about air currents moving around us. We speak about the Holy Spirit moving around us in every situation. The Holy Spirit is a spirit of joy and love, of hope and courage, of beauty and intelligence. And we see the Holy Spirit come together in an intensified form, manifested and embodied in the person of Jesus Christ. You know, we can pay attention to that Holy Spirit around us, and we can move in concert with its flow, or we can choose to ignore the Spirit, in a sense, to seal ourselves off from it, to wear spiritual face masks and not be moving in its flow. I saw the truth of this so vividly this past Saturday. My daughter Siri and I decided to take a trail and to hike to a peak that we didn't know, Simus Peak in Toro Regional Park. We got to the top, and then on our way down from Simus Peak, we actually got terribly lost. And now it was about 5 o'clock, and I was feeling very anxious. We were on this super steep trail with no one else around. And then suddenly, out of the blue, 4 mountain bikers came barreling down our trail. We stepped aside, and instead of their continuing on, they actually stopped. They stopped to talk with us through their handkerchiefs. They asked us where we had been, where we were going, and we had to admit to them that we were terribly lost. So they took the time to tell us exactly what trails we should be on, where we should take that critical right turn, the gates we should go through, and where we would finally come out into the parking lot and find our car. Well, I don't know what we would have done without those guys. And later on, when I thought about it, I wondered, why did they stop at that moment, at that steep part of the trail? And I think the answer is the Holy Spirit, the air currents of the Holy Spirit that were all around us. That Holy Spirit had given Siri and me the kind of the hope and the courage to climb up to Simus Peak. And at the top of the peak, we were enveloped in the beauty of the Holy Spirit looking out over Toro Park. That Holy Spirit inspired Siri to do a very sweet thing. Someone weirdly had left a pile of trash at the top of the peak, so Siri reached into her backpack and pulled out a plastic bag and filled up that plastic bag with trash. And then as we walked down the trail, that Spirit continued with us. And that Spirit was part of those bikers stopping to visit with us and then to help us find our way home. That Holy Spirit is around us every day. That Spirit of joy and love, courage and hope, beauty and intelligence.